Welcome to the RC Aerobatics podcast. Today we get to speak with Sacha Cecconi. Sacha is an IMAC pilot who lives in Italy, flies in the unlimited class, and is a current Invitational or TOC2 champion, European Cup champion, and Italian champion. We talk about his history, his travels and competitions, his practice regimen, and what he has going on now. Thanks for listening to the show. Please like and subscribe. Hey, Sacha, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rich. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's I'm glad we got our time changes. It's early morning here in Louisiana, and I guess it's right after lunch in Italy, huh?
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
Oh, well, good deal. Good deal. Technology is
7 hours.
wonderful. Get us. So let's start off. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you grew up and what you do and where you live and all that good stuff.
Okay, then. Actually, I live close to Florence City in Tuscany region in Italy. And I'm actually the third generation of RC modeler in my family. My grandfather, my father, and then me. Then is how I started.
Wow.
In fact, just 1 week after my burn, I was already on the airfield. With it was impossible.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but for sure it was easy to start. But it's a lie if someone say I was forced to start in the RC plane, because I really love it from the start. It's all what I wanted to do. Then nobody forced me. Not my father. No everything else. Actually, my father and my family tried to make me another sport, maybe for the more physical too, for help, the physical. But for me, just to fly with the RC plane all the time.
Well, that's terrific.
Yeah.
So, as you grew up, is RC all you did, or do you have other interests or stuff like that, schooling and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, now I at the end of my studying career in the aeronautic engineering, and then we will see what we really do. But I'm for sure I want to continue this life in the RC plane competition, and not only for the competition, but the work too. Actually, now I'm working for building, assembling a plane for who want. He asked me. It's a hard job sometimes, because it's not so remunerative, but it's what you want to do. It's you love to do this, then it's good things. Then helping me to make me continuing my season competition, for make travel, another project. Then it's a cycle, no? We can say.
Gotcha.
And also I collaborated with the several RC factory, like a crane model, meter model, for make a new project of plane. It's quite fun works, but we will see after my finish studying what we can do more.
That's right. Oh, good deal. So are you in the university right now?
Yes, I finished all the exam. I just to discuss my argument of the thesis for the final. Just few months and it will be finished everything.
Oh, terrific!
And
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. It was long to do this because I'm not really a loving star student, but because a lot of the RC plane take me a lot of time for build, practice, and travel, contest. And I try to make all together, but it's not easy.
It's quite a balance, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, when you started RC planes, what did you start flying with, and how did you get started? Other than being at the field as a baby.
Yeah. Like told before, my start, it was really soon, but I actually started to really fly at 6 years old, and with a plane built from my father. It was not a kit, just complete designed and built by my father from nothing. And then I started that. But unfortunately, I started late to compete because at the beginning, when I started to fly, there isn't so much young pilot. I speak 20 years ago. Then I always see the competition, like for the people little more old, little more grown. No, I never see young. Actually, the opposite of now, of course. The opposite.
Right. Yeah.
Then I started to compete just at 13 years old. Because my father asked me, "You want try? You want try to make some contest?"
Mm-hmm.
At the start, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. When I tried the first time to do the first competition, I never stopped it because I felt something of I don't know. In one time, I found. Something that pushed me to fly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At the start, it was just for fun, every weekend. Okay, I like it, of course, but I don't know. You don't have ambition. You don't have a dream, things, no.
Right.
Then after
right.
I started to fast the first competitions, it's opened the world for me. I like it. I started there.
Yeah. Was that competition an IMAC competition or something else?
No, actually no, because my family, it wasn't so capable to help me with the economic expensive plane, especially for jump plane. Some years ago, it was really expensive for us. Then I started with the FAA plane, the old one. And my first contest, it was precision part in aerobatics. Then, of course, I always been loved of the freestyle flight, and I also make the first freestyle flight competition, but with smaller plane, really small.
Right.
When the things it was started, and my family see that I like it to do these things. They helped me really a lot at the start to buy the first jump plane. For jump plane, I mean 50, 60 cc plane, not so jump.
Right.
But it was the start. It was the starter for make more jump competition too. And unfortunately, the IMAC in Italy 15 years ago, there isn't. Just FAA. Then this is like a start. Then the things go on. We started to do some more. We started with a really local small contest. Then we try to go more national, then international too. But at the start, it was really hard, because you don't have experience. You must learn a lot. The plane is not so competitive respect to the another guys. Then it was long growing, but it's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you've flown the F3A, you've flown the IMAC. Have you done jets or indoor?
Yeah, I made a lot of different discipline during these years. I tried really a lot of things. FAA, the F6A, that is the freestyle with the smaller plane, electric plane. IMAC, of course, it was the measure. Freestyle with the giant plane, and also I made in this last years the jets, a lot of jets experience too now, and a lot of years ago I was one of the first pilot in Italy, special to bring the indoor competition in the to try the first indoor FAP competitions of the history. In fact, I was the first member of the Italian team in the first FAP World Championship 10 years ago, I think. But
Wow.
the indoor here in Italy is not so popular, especially now for a lot of things. But it wasn't never been really a lot of popular category because the indoor is burn for me like a lot of pilot like a winter recovery, no? When it's the winter, outside it's cold, there's the rain, you go inside to fly. You can fly. But fortunately in Italy, we have almost the good weather. Then we use to fly indoor just 1 or maximum 2 months. Then,
Yeah.
in fact,
It's a, and I would say it's a lot like that down here in South Louisiana.
yeah.
We just don't have that many cold days.
But then I tried a lot of things. Actually now I specialize just in IMAC and freestyle jumps contest, and also I do some jet stuff and more for the collaboration of the factory than more because there isn't so much competition with the jet. There's a lot of show, yes, but not so much competition. But I involved it.
Yeah.
Actually, now I started to try another discipline completely different yet. That is the glider.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I always interested in the glider stuff, but it's a completely different world. Then it's really fascinated, but not so easy. Not really easy.
Right.
Actually,
That's very
yesterday I
interesting.
made a glider competition here in Italy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're staying busy for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep me busy.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you're preparing for a competition, I know you got your school and all the other stuff you do. What kind of practice regimens or how do you practice to get ready for a competition?
Then we can say this. Of course, the constants is the most important things. Of course, this depends of the time that you are or the weather, of course, condition, of course. But I try to be really, really constant for all the season here for preparing the competition. In the winter, when the weather is not so beautiful, I try to fly one time 4 weeks if I can, one day. During the spring period, I try to improve the training in all the weekend, of course, Saturday and Sunday. And when we go always more close to the competition, to go one day in the middle of the weeks too. then
Mm-hmm.
weekend and one day during the weeks. This is what I
Okay.
try to do. But it's important also another part of the year that maybe is my favorite. When the season is finished, for example, in October,
Mm-hmm.
November, then there is no more competition, no more event. I stop it to fly my competition plane or practice, and I fly
Mm-hmm.
less what I want, just for fun. Then
Right.
until November, December is my happy hours moment for recovery.
Uh,
Because if you fly always just for training and competition, you go really tired.
right.
You lost a lot of your sensitivity.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I know
important thing.
you were just recently part of the Invitational, the Tournament of Champions 2, which you won overall prize, which congratulations. That was terrific.
Thank you.
Um, during that competition, what kind of schedule do you have to keep in order to? Because I mean, this was in the U.S., so you had to travel over here. Um, what is it like to travel over to another country and compete and have to arrange everything and then get back?
It's really hard. It's really hard because it was my first time in the US, no, for compete. Then from my experience, I know that the European style from the American styles, it's always something different from these two styles. Are like two different worlds. Then for who come outside for the USA, it's not easy, never easy to compete there
Right.
for a lot of things, a lot of small details that make a lot of difference.
Mm-hmm.
Then this time I tried to do something of difference respect to my past time in US because only the first problem is you can't bring your plane. This is the first
Right.
things that made a really hard handicap. Because when you
Mm-hmm.
make a competition, important competition like this, without your plane, it's like have a arm behind the back. You
Right.
don't feel the things. In fact, in the past years, when I was coming in the US, I always come in 2 days before the contest. Someone helped me to borrow me a plane for make the competition, but I have had just 1 day to try it, to feel what change, not change, and then already inside the competition. Then it's already hard. Then this time
Right.
I tried like always to bring my plane, but it's too expensive. Actually now a travel like this with this in this type of age, it's crazy. It's never easy.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of things, not just for the expensive of economy part, but also for you must do a lot of document, a lot of permission before the COVID war
Mm-hmm.
for make a travel like this. But this time I tried to come in the US 1 week before the contest.
Mm-hmm.
Then take the plane 1 week and every day fly more possible to make confidence with the plane and feel you much more better in competition too. It was a really good help. Yes, it was more expensive too because you stay 1 week more
Mm-hmm.
in US respect to the normal, but yeah, it was really fundamental this time.
Oh, good deal. Well, there was something kind of special about the the plane you flew. It was smaller than most of the planes
Yeah.
there. You were flying a 100cc plane. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that plane and if you felt that was a handicap or a help in this competition?
Then the plane, it was at the start we can say that it wasn't the really exactly typical plane to choose for this type of competition, because in this contest the most important things it was the known and unknown precision aerobatic flight. Then you first choose it's a bigger plane with a big engine to that it's help to be more stable, smooth in this type of aerobatic flight.
Mm-hmm.
For not the slick, the plane that I flew it was a really good plane, better that I was thinking. But it was like I told you, it was the smaller plane. Then the problem it was especially in the wind, hard wind condition. When you see my plane move a lot, respect to the bigger plane there, then keep the line, keep the roll tapes. It wasn't easy. The good things it was, for my opinion, it was two things. But first, the freestyle. With the smaller planes, the freestyle is little more easy than a giant plane. But in the freestyle, it wasn't so important for the final scores. It was the lowest scores. But another thing really important. It was because in this competition, the unknown maneuver. It was so crazy, we can say,
Mm-hmm.
so different from the IMAC style, that the IMAC is more linear, RST maneuver like the full scale plane, no?
Mm-hmm.
But in this contest it was complete another mentality. Then it was maneuver really hard to do with a jump plane. Then we have a smaller plane. It was a little more easy to keep stable in this type of maneuver. For my opinion, these things helped me, especially in the unknown, where it was more important. Then also it was a good thing, a surprise. Okay, we can say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I know there was a lot of knife edge flight, which is something that doesn't come up in IMAC a whole lot. Do you think these scale planes, it's harder to fly those knife edge maneuvers than, say, with an F3A and a specially designed plane?
But for sure, it's not easy like a F3A plane. F3A plane, especially the last F3A plane designed, it was designed for a lot of knife edge maneuver with really giant fuselage, really high. Then this, of course, is more easy. With the giant plane, it's not so easy. It's really hard because more than the plane, you need a lot of power. You need really a lot of power to do. Yes, you can do, but you never can do perfect. There's always something part that it's impossible to make really the perfect maneuver. But we can do. We can do with a good result. Not perfect, but we can do. This is, I think, the plan.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of your past competitions. What major competitions have you been a part of in the past?
Actually, now I compete from 13 years now. I have had the chance to compete in really a lot in big competition, especially in Europe, of course. I compete in the major European freestyle contest, the major European tournament of IMAC too, like European Aqua Cup that I won in 2019. I I have the possibility to won 3 times the FXFC competition, the major freestyle contest here in Europe, and also a lot Italian championship contest too. And I have the chance to compete also in Asia and Australia when I compete in the first Asiatic Oceanic Championship of IMAC. That it was really cool too. And also in the USA at Clover Creek, Tucson Battle Shootout, the IMAC World in 2018, XFC also then. Yeah, we have done a lot of trips.
Yeah, I saw a lot of pictures from the European Cup in 2019, and how many pilots were there? It seemed like there were lots and lots of airplanes there.
Actually, now the IMAC competition in Italy and Europe too, it's become really popular. Really, really popular. There's a lot of pilots. Every contest have a minimum of 35 pilots. Every contest. In Italy too, the national contest have 25 pilots each contest. And in a limited class, where the level is really, really high in the European contest, we have always 15, 12, especially in the most major European contest, we are also in 25 pilots. Then it's a good number for a limited class.
Right.
But the level is really high. Every time it's really hard to fight to compete.
Yeah, I can imagine. And one round of 25 unlimited pilots that's a long round.
Yeah, it's really long. And we have a lot of known and unknown, also the freestyle too. We made every time the freestyle contest in each IMAC too. Then it's really long. In fact, we have just now the next week the major European contest here in Europe in Caorle, close to Venice. That we have 65 pilots registered.
Wow!
2 flight line in contemporary. In unlimited, we have 26, 27 pilots. Really a lot.
Yes.
And it will be really fun, hard contest. We made a lot of
That'll
flights.
Be great. Well, I hope I can catch some of those pictures and videos on the social media, because that sounds like a great contest. For sure. So this year coming up with the end of your schooling and everything, what other big competitions you plan on flying this year?
Like told you, the first stop it's the next week at the European Aero Cup of IMAC. It's one of the round of the Aero Cup, but it's the biggest. The next one will be in Germany, another Aero Cup IMAC contest international. Then will be in August another FXFC Extreme Flight Championship contest. Will be also really big. A lot of registration pilot, 40 pilots registered, really a lot. And the final big things will be the Tucson Shootout in October, again in US.
Well, good deal. So you get that's a pretty full year.
Yeah.
Come to the US 3 times.
Yeah. In fact, for me, it's crazy. Never been to the US 2 times in the same years. But after the COVID stop of the 2 years, because in 2019, I like to compete and make more competition possible in general. In 2019, before the stop of the COVID, I made 15 competitions in just 1 year. That's been every 2 weeks as a competition, national, international, of course. Then this year, that is the first year that the things started again to work in the world for have more open things for traveling. I decided to make all what is possible to do also in the US. But the next year, I think I will be more soft.
There you go. Yeah, you can't do everything every time, but it's nice to be able to have a year like this. That's pretty incredible. So,
It's very pleasant.
yeah, what would you consider your most major awards and accolades that you've gotten? The ones you're most proud of over the last few years?
For sure, the winning the Invitational TOC, it was one of them, of course. But if we not consider this last winning, I think I win the European IMAC tournament in limited and freestyle in 2019, then be European champion. Another thing, it was the free time that I consecutive winning the FXFC. And another one, it's that winning that it was really nice. It was the win in Australia, the first Asiatic Oceanic Championship. It was also a nice experience, fantastic. And of course, winning, I actually now win 5 or 6 times the Italian Championship. But then this is the most that the most important winning for me, more or less.
That's terrific. I got to say, it's been I've been lucky enough to see you fly in 3 different contests, and I got to say, in the invitational of this past month, you probably flew one of the best unknown rounds that I've seen. You and Bones, Aaron Garl, flew an unknown round that was as close to perfect as I've ever seen. It was really fun to watch. I got to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, terrific.
It was a lot of pressure there. It was really nice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a dogfight between Santiago Perez and yourself, and I think that probably got you over the top. It was tremendous to watch.
Oh, Santiago too has flew really, really well. He was a really nice plane. The big slick with 200 in the front. It was hard to compete with them. It was a really nice pilot. Every flight really well. The freestyle too.
Yeah, well, the whole group, top to bottom, they were all such good pilots. It was really quite an accomplishment for you to win that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, people who want to contact you and ask questions, and where can they find you on social media, and what is your preferred way for a contact?
You can contact me on Facebook Messenger. I have my personal page that is called Sacha Cecconi. That is different from my typical page of profile. In this page, in the SH Cecconi page, you can find all the document of video, picture of my work of building, assembling, and the traveling competition around the world. You can contact me there. I have also a YouTube channel where I post my video, and on Instagram you can find me also, of course. Then
terrific. All right, and lastly, what sponsors do you have, and who would you like to mention sponsors-wise?
Oh, okay. I actually wanted to thank, in fact, my major sponsors that are Quill Model from Czech Republic, MKS Servos, ZZ Engine and GMB Canister, and DLA Engine. Oli Smoke Pump, Magic Prop, Meter Motor, T-Motor, electric motor, and Demon Lipo battery. And also also RC graduate from Dubai.
Okay, awesome. And who you said you got a plane here in the States? Who provided the plane in the States that helped you get that together?
So sorry, can you repeat the question?
Who helped you get that plane together in the
Yeah, of
States?
course. Sorry. Yeah, it was really important things. Sorry. I want to really thank Andrew Jasky from Jerry Craft that he helped me to borrow me his plane, his personal plane this week, and also his family, Tim, and his mother, Jasky. That really it was really fundamental help to give me a plane. I also want to thanks Chris Barton from Full Throttle RC to help me on the field doing my staying in the US in the airfield and helping me to set up the plane. Then also I want to thank Frank Knoll and Gear Measure from the organization that they made really a tremendous work to do this contest. I really hope to him that he can keep to make again in the future, the next days, because this type of contest is always great. It's really great because it's something different, really prestigious, and really fun to do and to watch, for my opinion, because bring always new stuff, new challenge every time. Then it's important to also for the development of the plane for the future stuff, a lot of things. Then I hope really that they can keep to do in the future. And also I want to thank for last but not least the old people meet last week in US, you, your wife, and also all the judge and people meet on the airfield. That it was a really nice time. I can't wait to do again something like this.
Yes. I think we're all looking forward to doing it again for sure. For sure. Well, good deal. Well, look, I really appreciate you taking the time for this morning for me, for this afternoon for you, and looking forward to seeing you again in the future and watching all your exploits. I think you're an inspirational pilot for everybody to see that it doesn't matter what plane we put in your hands, that you're going to do well with it, and that's
Thank you so much.
An inspiration to watch.
Thank you so much. In fact, I want to say just a small episode it was.
Sure.
It was really nice for me because on the Saturday, during the competition, in the Saturday morning, a small kid that was there is give me a paper with designed my plane, the slick plane, with the color, and he have right first place under the plane. Then for me, I like to say this episode because it was really common. I don't know if I can say exactly, but it was really hard feeling because one day before to finish, this kid he wanted that my plane win and me win the contest. I was his favorite. Then it was a really nice experience. And be
awesome.
part of this. It's really nice because you feel to be part for the future generation of RC modeler. Then it's really important because we need always new RC modeler to keep this fantastic hobby and world alive, especially in this type of age. Then just this, I would just wanted to say this because it was really
that's terrific.
Fantastic. Thank you.
That so little, much. That child found himself a hero to watch and look up to for sure. Well, good deal. Well, thanks again for the time, and look forward to seeing you soon. And take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you too. It was a pleasure. Thanks, Rich. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A very special thanks to my good friend John Gros, who wrote the song Deep in the Mud that is used as the show bumper music. Check him out on his website, www.johnpapagros.com. A link is in the show notes. See you at the next episode.